Dolls are everywhere on this island, hanging from trees, nailed to walls, staring from every corner. And people who visit say it doesn't feel normal. They say the dolls aren't just there. It feels like they're watching you. Some even claim when you're not looking, they move. But the strangest part is, they were all placed there by one man after he found a dead girl in the water. Deep in the canals of Mexico City, hidden within the area of Xochimilco, there is a small island that most locals know about, but very few truly understand. A place that has become famous around the world for one reason, and one reason only: the hundreds of dolls that hang from its trees, its walls, and almost every corner you can look at. This place is known as the Island of the Dolls, and the moment you see it, you immediately realize this is not normal. The dolls are not clean or arranged like decorations. They are broken, covered in dirt, missing arms, missing eyes, and some of them look like they have been hanging there for decades, slowly decaying under the sun and rain. And yet, despite their condition, many visitors say the most disturbing part is not how they look, but how they feel. Because there is a strange presence on the island that makes people feel like they are being watched the entire time. The island became what it is today because of one man, Don Julian Santana Barrera, who chose to leave his normal life behind and live alone on this isolated piece of land, surrounded by water, with no electricity, no neighbors, and no connection to the outside world. At first, his life there was quiet and peaceful, and for a long time, nothing unusual was reported, but everything changed after one moment that would later define the story of the island. One day, Don Julian discovered the body of a young girl floating in the canal near his home, and what made the situation even more disturbing was that no one knew who she was or how she ended up there. And after her body was taken away, the mystery did not end for him. Instead, he became convinced that something about her had remained on the island. He claimed that he could feel her presence, especially at night when everything was quiet. And over time, he began to experience things that he could not explain, like hearing footsteps when no one was there, or whispers coming from different directions, sometimes from the trees, sometimes from the water, and sometimes from places he could not identify at all. In an attempt to deal with what he believed was happening, Don Julian made a decision that would later define the island forever. He found a doll floating in the canal and decided to hang it on a tree, believing that it could serve as a way to calm the spirit of the girl, almost like an offering, something to show respect or to bring peace. But after hanging that first doll, nothing changed. The sounds continued, the feeling remained, and instead of stopping, he became convinced that he needed to do more. Over the years, Don Julian began collecting more dolls wherever he could find them, from trash piles, from the canals, and sometimes from visitors who brought them after hearing his story. And he never attempted to clean or repair them, leaving them in their broken and damaged state. What started as one doll slowly turned into dozens and then into hundreds, until eventually almost every part of the island was covered. The more dolls he added, the stronger the atmosphere of the island seemed to become, and visitors who came to see it began reporting strange experiences of their own. Some said they felt an overwhelming sense of discomfort. Others claimed they could hear faint whispers even when the surroundings were completely silent. And there were even reports from people who believed the dolls themselves were moving when they were not being directly observed. As the island gained more attention, more people came to see it, but very few stayed for long, because the longer they remained there, the stronger the feeling became that something was not right. Some visitors described the sensation of being watched from multiple directions at once, while others said certain dolls seemed to stand out, as if they were not just objects, but something more, something that carried a presence. There were also reports of sudden temperature changes, unexplained sounds, and moments where people felt an intense urge to leave, even without understanding why. Then, in 2001, the story reached its most chilling point. Don Julian was found dead in the canal near his island, and what made this discovery so unsettling was the location. It was the exact same spot where he had claimed to find the young girl years before. For many people, this was more than just coincidence. It felt like the story had come full circle. Today, the Island of the Dolls still stands, attracting visitors from around the world. But despite its popularity, the mystery has never been fully explained. Some people believe the entire story was the result of isolation and imagination. Others believe something else was present on that island all along. And maybe the real question is not whether the dolls are moving, but whether something is still there, watching through them. If you watched till the end, like and subscribe, turn on notifications for more videos like this.